Every human being is the author of his own health or disease. Disease is the result of disobedience to the immutable laws of health that governs life. In this passage, Gautam Buddha is talking about the role of karma in health. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Adacom Health and Wellness Community, an emerging community in the healthcare sector, I, Chandan Anand, founder, CEO, and group editor of Adacom Media Group, welcome our eminent speakers representing the healthcare fraternity. I welcome all the delegates and attendees who managed to block your time to be a part of this virtual forum. I welcome each and everyone on day 2 of India's first and biggest new normal Healthcare Leadership Summit and Awards 2022, powered by Kinoff Sealing Solutions. Just let me give you a glimpse of the yesterday's session, that is on day 1. On day 1 virtual symposium, we witnessed some meaningful and interesting deliberation. We had diversity from government to corporate to core healthcare and wellness hospitals, representation from Ayush, pharma, and academia. Session opened with the keynote address of 2 dynamic IS officers, Dr. Hiralal IS, the former District Magistrate of Banda and Additional Mission Director to National Health Mission, and Dr. Rajkamal Yadavji IS, the District Magistrate of Bhagpat District, Government of UP, and Special Secretary of Ayush. We were fascinated by understanding their efforts, proactive approach, and implementation of various projects and policies demonstrating good governance. In Ayush session, we were amused to see how passionately the speakers explained the importance of 7 Indian traditional systems of healthcare representing Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, and Homeopathy. We were glad to witness the humble presence of Yog Guru, Dr. Surakshit Goswami. He preached some motivating life lessons and serious health guidelines. Pharma session was equally interesting, and we saw a blend of industry and academia. Speakers from renowned brands like Cadila, Lupin Pharma, Aurobindo Pharma, Sun Pharma, Dr. Reddy's, they spoke about the latest technology advancement and digital transformation in pharmaceutical industries. And Professor Ranjit Singh, the Vice Chancellor representing Shobhit University from a small town Gango, Saharanpur, a pharma PhD holder with 25 rich years of industry expertise in teaching, research, and administration, he passionately advocated the importance of R&D, clinical trials in pharma education. So that was a blend of academia and industry in that pharma session. This will definitely open the doors of the collaboration and networking opportunities. This is yet another beautiful day, and we are again about to witness august presence of our eminent speakers and experts and stalwarts of the healthcare and wellness industry, and also appreciate the participation of the attendees and viewers who are representing the healthcare community at large. We welcome our partners, powered by partner Kenoff Solutions, associate partner Ecurex, university partner Shobhit University, Meerut, and DY Patil University, Ambi Campus, Pune. I also thank our 5 community partners, education, human resource, governance, media, entertainment, and art, who supported our mission by spreading the ideas of socio-digital transformation and innovation. We feel really privileged and glad to host this event. Before going ahead, let me just drive your attention towards the introduction of Adacom Media. Adacom Media is a growing media company enabling communities of education, HR, healthcare and wellness, governance, media, entertainment, and art to effectively advance their businesses and strategic interests by becoming their collaboration and growth catalyst. Our passion is to co-create, co-learn, and collaborate for innovation and socio-digital transformation. A short view on how we started this media venture. When the overall industry was sailing across the VUCA phase of existence and survival during the second phase of COVID-19, where the companies were in a cost-cutting situation or shutting down their operations, loss of jobs and uncertainty could be witnessed by many, our foundation team dared to start this media venture. We got incorporated just a couple of months back as a media startup and named it ArdorComm, where Ardor means passion, zeal, and COM stands for Communication and Community. Our five core values are aspiration, reimagination, digitalization, opportunity, and readiness, abbreviated as ARDOR. We were able to extend employment opportunity to the deserving young candidates having strong will, zeal, and skill to work and to outperform. With this, the journey started as a social entrepreneur. Our media team is passionate about putting an effort in co-creating the positive change in the society by inviting community leaders like you and having this deliberation in such knowledge sharing platforms. We aim to become India's leading and most desirable media voice by enriching community with the ecosystem of knowledge sharing platforms, information, and news. And I strongly believe that health and education, these two are fundamental rights of each individual, and we must look for the options and opportunities as how we can contribute for the betterment of the society. Going ahead to introduce and give you brief about the today's session, that we will be discussing the socio-digital transformation in the healthcare industry. Adacom Media is hosting India's first and biggest 2 days virtual symposium named as New Normal Healthcare Leadership Summit and Award. It acts as a host and a platform where eminent personalities, thought leaders, and industry experts will e-meet to deliberate on next and best practices, innovation, investment opportunities, and roadblocks to the sector's progress. We have dedicated sessions on healthcare, leadership, CIOs, CTOs, wellness, Ayush, pharma, medical colleges. Please stay tuned to join and witness the inspiring leadership dialogue, a fireside chat round with the celebrity actor and entrepreneur Kunal Kapoor today at 1:45 p.m. Prestigious award ceremony of leadership, healthcare leadership awards and felicitation. We will recognize and honor those individual hospitals and organizations who have demonstrated a significant contribution to healthcare, wellness, pharma, Ayush, health tech, and medical education. We got decent participation and nomination response for the ArdorComm Healthcare Awards. The awardee names will be declared live at the valedictory and the award ceremony session today evening. So don't miss to attend that. So we are now going to witness some very interesting and powerful deliberation on the very latest and engaging topics which are related to your interest area. The session is live on our LinkedIn page. We will also be tweeting the content on Adacom Twitter handles. The links will be shared right now in the chat box shortly. Kindly like and subscribe our social media handles and pages to stay tuned and be updated. I request all the attendees and viewers to make the event more engaging and lively by your contribution and participating by appreciating the speaker's dialogue and asking Q&As in the chat box. Thank you so much. So with this, now let me have the honors to introduce our special guest of the day, Kunwar Shekhar Vijayanraji. He doesn't need an introduction, but as a formality, let me have this honor to introduce him. Kunwar Shekhar Vijayanraji, he is the co-founder and Chancellor of Shobhit University and a prominent social entrepreneur based in New Delhi, who carries leadership roles in many organizations. He is a persistent advocate of initiatives for education and healthcare for all secular values, crisis management through diplomatic and peaceful ways, and globalized systems of learning and peaceful coexistence. He has been instrumental in the development of number of higher education institutions, research centers, and hospitals in northern India. He is very actively involved with number of social organizations also. Some of his major social affiliation are advisor to Sri J.P. Mathur Charitable Trust, New Delhi, chairman of Livelihood Development Research Foundation, founder of KSV Ayurveda Medical College, Hospital and Research Center, founder Center for Naturopathy and Yogic Sciences, and various others. Acknowledging his contribution to the society in his area of education and other concern, he has been copiously honored and awarded. Recently, SOCHM conferred him as the Lifetime Achievement Awards in 2018. He has traveled widely in India and across many countries around the world. It is an honor and privilege, Kunwar Shekhar sir, to have you as our special guest on the day. What better start can we have with your opening speech? With open hearted, sir, may I please welcome you for your opening remarks. Kunwar Shekhar, sir. Sir, please unmute.
Okay. So thank you very much, Chandan. It is indeed a pleasure to be here with you, a very dynamic leader in your domain. I was really happy when you were talking about the inception of this organization. One thing which you missed, that you gave job opportunity to all those who were asked to leave from well-established organizations otherwise during the pandemic. And this is one of the most important social cause what anybody can do. So kudos to you, compliments to you. Healthcare Leadership Summit in New Normal. This is exactly what we all need to understand and talk about. I'm happy that first time, 2 days, very rigorous with a very prominent panels, you are discussing on this issue. And I'm sure that all deliberation, debates, discussions will get converted into a white paper. Because I feel that in this new normal, even the nation needs a new healthcare policy. And your contribution can be there with the policymakers to see that how a new policy can come as new education policy came, new healthcare policy for the new normal can come. So yesterday it was a wonderful session. I was able to see the glimpses and hear some of the speakers. Today, as you mentioned, that social digital transformation has to be discussed. I think we need to discuss some more points. Like World Health Organization has a lot of international policies. But in last 2 years, during this pandemic time, we have seen somewhere that those policies need to be revised and reviewed. And many times what happens that policies, those who are made by WHO, they may not fit in very well in our Indian context, because we do not have only one pathy. We have a holistic health system in our nation, be it allopathy, Ayurveda, naturopathy, yoga, even homeopathy we are using, Siddha we are using. There are so many things. We need to integrate them with today's need. So we have today, I'm sure that we will discuss socio-digital transformation in Indian health community and how it is going to help create awareness, role of Indian government, local bodies, healthcare companies, and other institutions. It is very important topic. And definitely it has to be discussed, and we will be discussing. I will like to share some of my thoughts on that. The most important thing, what was there, that the healthcare fraternity, the health sector completely, if we look at, they were not very savvy with the new technologies. But in last 2 years, what happens, the tech shy health sector has become tech savvy health sector. Because everybody was sitting at home, nobody was there, patients were not able to come, so but delivery had to be made. So everything right from telemedicine and many other things had been used. Artificial intelligence had been used, many other things. We need to discuss them, and we need to see that how we can start ensuring that they are used throughout the country, throughout the nation. If I look at the healthcare sector globally, it has enjoyed a very stable cadre of leadership in recent years, because demand was more, competition was less. A cutthroat competition, generally what we call, it was not much visible, and especially these 2 years have given a boost to everybody in healthcare sector. If I look at the Indian government also, in last few decades, we have seen that adaptability of the technology has come, expansion of employment, revenue has come, government is taking a lot of initiatives, new schemes are coming to ensure that digital health and otherwise also health sector should contribute in economic growth also by expansion. So a lot of positive things have come, and COVID has accelerated the speed of innovation. Like in education sector, we have seen edtech companies coming. In health sector, we have seen health tech companies coming. Now we have to see that how they become very inclusive with every part of the nation, not only in the big cities with big hospitals, but with small hospitals also, that we have to see. If we look at March 2020, way before March 2020, we were working in a very spaced manner. We were working in the same manner, what everybody was doing, and it was limited to hospitals, it was limited to certain facility. But the major part of the healthcare leaders, they were working in isolation. They were limited to their hospitals, they were limited to their clinics. Even if I look at educational institutions, they were limited to their course curriculum. But post March 2020, a new thing has come because uncertainty came, disruption happened. We were not knowing what is the problem, how to find a solution. We were not knowing where to read, which book we have to refer for that. And it started creation of new things. Creation of new knowledge started in educational institution. Integration of different pathies started. More innovative practices started. Experimentation started, which was missing otherwise. And it has given a very fair use of technology in health sector. One more thing very interesting came, and I'm sure that everybody will appreciate that our government started talking about telemedicine. I remember my meeting with one of the minister of Uttarakhand. And when he said that in Uttarakhand, I think the solution to give healthcare to everybody in the remotest area is having telemedicine. Now, how the telemedicine will come, again, all stakeholders of health sector, they have to come together. Because when we talk about social-digital transformation will never happen when one way we will do it. First, we have to make the society aware, because in telemedicine also I am seeing that awareness is not there. Even if facilities are there, people are not aware about that, oh, will it help? But it has to be increased, and we all have to work in that direction. And like for health care leaders, I wish them to focus on some emerging areas. What are emerging themes I feel personally? One is that they have to challenge traditional role definitions. I want that health care leaders, they have to become tech healthcare leaders also. They had been social healthcare leaders. They have to shift to remote and at-home care delivery mode also. It is not like that I have to come to the hospital, I will visit your clinic, then only I will be in position to get it. Now we have to make people understand, and we have to work in that direction, even in the institutions, that everybody should be in position that in remotest area using technology, how we can make a supply chain, how we can using telemedicine or other modes, how we can do it. And decision making and execution. What does I mean by that? Actually, what is happening that if there is, for example, a radiologist, in small towns and villages, there are no radiologists. So what is happening that a person has to move somewhere else to get an X-ray done. But now technology is there. The global radiology forums can be made, and I know many companies, those who are doing it. That in a smallest village, if X-ray machine is there, the moment X-ray is taken, it is sent somewhere else, and within few minutes or few hours, a report is there. So we have to see that thing also, that decision making and diagnostic abilities, they have to be fast, and we have to incorporate technology more and more in that so that it becomes more inclusive. Now, otherwise we say data is money, data is gold, data is everything. Data sharing is not happening actually in healthcare sector. I want and request everybody in healthcare sector that if we really wish to empower and make it more strong, data sharing systems have to be developed in this country. Because what happened even in COVID-19, we have seen that nobody was having any information or data. And digitally integrated patient journey we have to ensure. Like again, I am using technology here. I am telling that every patient, what is happening if a patient moves out of the city, then a lot of things he has to carry with him. If we can make such portals, and if Indian government, I am happy they are trying to make such portals where the complete biography and patient history will be there, it is going to help a lot. And the most important thing that we have to focus on holistic drivers of health. Again, in last 2 years, in new normal, we have seen it is not only the physical health, it is mental health also. There are many other factors and drivers of health which need to be taken care, and we have to integrate our systems. Time has gone when we will say, okay, no, if you are using allopathy, you can use that. If you are Ayurveda, you can use that. In a country like India, where demographically we are so rich, population and everything, and we have a lot of challenges and opportunities. So our ancient science has to be used in that. We have to have very inclusive approach. I know what I'm talking, many people will not agree with me, especially the professionals will not like to agree with me. But time has come when we have to incorporate everything together. Unofficially, yoga has been incorporated by all. If we talk to the doctors, they say, no, I'm not taking my medicines. I am working on naturopathy. I'm using yoga. I'm taking Ayurveda medicines. But officially and socially, now we have to accept and start working in that direction. Then only the things will start happening more and more in that direction. One thing in this complex world and with all these certainties, we all have to understand and appreciate our healthcare leaders. Again, I compliment Chandan and the team. Why I'm telling you that the whole humanity is now dependent on you. More creativity has to be. Whatever you have, share it. Let us come together. We have one Ayurvedic medical college. We have one naturopathy and yoga college where we are offering a program called BNYS. BMS program we are offering from last 8 years. We are trying to work on creating global Ayurvedas, global yoga teachers, global naturopaths. And what we are trying to do in that direction, that we are trying to incorporate all technologies, all knowledge, and instead of just informing or delivering information available with us, we are initiating, encouraging everybody in the ecosystem to create new knowledge. Because if we create new knowledge in this area, and definitely when new knowledge is created, challenges are there, acceptance challenges are there, many other issues will come initially. But once they are created, then application of that knowledge will also start. And that is what exactly is required. So my appeal to all healthcare leaders today on this platform and otherwise is, let us join hands together in a very holistic manner and see we not only become a healthy country physically, economically, but mentally stress-free, a country where we all contribute. And to the government also, I will appeal that after this summit, Mr. Chandan is going to submit a white paper and with some suggestions, recommendations which will be made by the experts. And we should start thinking about a new health care policy also in the nation in this new normal circumstances. Thank you very much for having me today morning. Chandan, it was indeed a pleasure for me to join you. Looking forward to listen to all speakers and experts. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. What a powerful deliberation and an opening remark on day two, sir. इससे better हम लोग कुछ expect ही नहीं कर सकते थे, sir. And I'm always, and I'm always happy and I'm always blessed that I see you as one of a very supporting pillar whenever I look back or whenever I'm in a trouble of organizing forums or platforms like this, Kunwar sir. Thank you so much for giving me so much of strength mentally and emotionally also. So it is always great honor, sir, to have you. And we always we follow you on your social handles, and we see how socially responsible you are, sir. Let it be a small plantation drive, your active contribution during being standing shoulder to shoulder with the COVID warriors, and no, helping all possible best out the way Shobhit University as a brand can do.
Very
Your,
quickly, I would like to mention, I know time constant may be there.
is
As you mentioned, just one thing you wanted me to speak, that what as an organization we are doing or we did during this COVID time. So actually, like when this COVID issue started, we realized there are very small issues which need to be addressed, right from the availability of the mask to the quarantine centers. We made an appeal initially to our students in our universities that if everybody can make 10 masks and distribute that. And suddenly we saw the chain going on, and that ripple effect was there, and more than 1 lakh masks within no time were distributed pan India by our students. Then we requested the same way scouts, and throughout the nation, scouts did wonderful job. The second was quarantine. So we decided that our hospital, our international hostels of the university, they should become quarantine centers. And we requested the administration for the same. It was not the administration who asked us. Then we realized immunity boosters are required. So our immunity booster, I am happy to mention that it is used not only by the people around, but it is used by the policymakers of this country, including it is used in the President House today, Vice President House, Prime Minister House, and many other places around the country. And for all these minor contributions and many other initiatives, AICT last year awarded us with the National Vishwakarma Award for the services during COVID time. So thank you very much for giving me opportunity to boost the organization also and share what we were doing. So thank you again, Chandra. Thank you.
great, sir. Thank you so much. And even I complimented on the post where I saw you along with your managing trustee, Dr. Shobhit Kumarji, when you visited Rashtrapati Bhavan and met President of India. And I feel that I was meeting him, sir.
Thank
I,
you.
I was
Thank you.
I started imagining in that way. And your personality and simplicity is such that, sir, you easily mix with all class and age group of people, making everyone feel so special. Your uniqueness reflects in your leadership,
Chandan,
sir. Yeah,
Chandan, I think we should move on. And there are many other
I
experts
can
we should
take a
talk
time, sir,
them.
because my
And yeah,
my
we will
second
discuss
special.
otherwise.
No,
Okay.
no, no. Let me conclude that, sir. Matlab, I know that
Yeah.
your uniqueness reflects your leadership, sir, and you are having such a humble personality, and we seek your continued blessings and patronage in days to come, sir. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining in. Yeah,
Thank you. Namaskar.
thank you.